This is Reading Explained, where each week I tell you what the readings mean that you hear at Mass. We are approaching the 31st Sunday in Ordinary Time, and if your parish is currently following the Year A reading cycle, then the first reading that you'll hear is from the book of the prophet Malachi. Now, in order to be able to understand what this reading means, you need to know what it's responding to and what it's referring to. So in the paragraphs leading up to the excerpt that we hear in our first reading on Sunday, we learn that God feels disrespected and he's mad. And the reason that he's mad is because the priests at the time were knowingly doing sacrifices incorrectly. They were insufficient sacrifices, and the priests were doing that in order to be able to benefit themselves. So this book is considered to have been written sometime after the Babylonian exile. And the reason that the priests doing the sacrifices incorrectly is a big problem is because back then, especially to become a priest, you couldn't just get ordained and become a priest. You had to be a direct descendant of Levi, one of the 12 sons of Jacob. So Jacob, centuries and centuries earlier, has 12 sons. Those 12 sons end up being the fathers of the 12 tribes of Israel. So those people of Israel are who God makes a covenant with. So not only are these priests part of the people of Israel who have a covenant with God, but they are descendants of Levi. And Levi is the only son of Jacob's who wasn't given an inheritance of land in the promised land because he was given something arguably better. Levi was he was a man of integrity, and he was a very righteous man. So God said, instead of giving you land, I'm going to give you this relationship with me where you are able to be a priest. So for centuries and centuries, anybody that was able to be a priest had to be a direct descendant of Levi. So these priests, after the Babylonian exile, are direct descendants of Levi. However, they're going against their vow of priesthood, and they're knowingly performing the sacrifices in the temple incorrectly and insufficiently, and they're doing it in order to benefit themselves. So God is mad. So the reading that we hear on Sunday from the book of Malachi is God responding to those priests. Here's what it says. A reading from the book of the prophet Malachi. A great king am I, says the Lord of hosts, and my name will be feared among the nations. And now, O priests, this commandment is for you. If you do not listen, if you do not lay it to heart to give glory to my name, says the Lord of hosts, I will send a curse upon you, and of your blessings I will make a curse. You have turned aside from the way and have caused many to falter by your instruction. You have made void the covenant of Levi, says the Lord of hosts. I, therefore, have made you contemptible and base before all the people, since you do not keep my ways, but show partiality in your decisions. Have we not all the one Father? Has not the one God created us? Why, then, do we break faith with one another, violating the covenant of our fathers? The word of the Lord. So hopefully that helps you better understand this reading. If so, please send this video to someone else who may also find it to be helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my page, follow me, comment on the video, like it, and come back next week as we break down one of the readings from the 32nd Sunday in Ordinary Time. I will see you then.